these two. Absolute lemons. Look at them, swapping. What is good, guys? How the devil are we all doing?
Good.
Good
Yourself?
tidings and greetings. I'm very well. We're back this week. We are podcast piece as it's on time. By the way, did you notice, guys?
Is it? We're 1 minute
Okay.
late.
On time. No, it was on time.
According to my watch, I'm not late.
So yeah, we are back this week with Navy Part 2.
Yes.
We might cover everything we need to cover this week. We might not.
Probably.
I'm going to go not. I'm going to definitely say not.
That's how prepared we are. But we have, guys, we have made massive progress with the One Piece quiz.
Yes. I am so looking forward to this.
Yeah, Friday night we sat together, we had a chat, the three of us, we made some questions. I think we got 45, have we got?
Something like that, yeah.
I think we've got like 45 questions and a tie break just in case. Thank you, Sammy, good poll.
Thank you.
And we've got a tie break question just in case. So what we will say, do I say this as a clue or not, guys? I don't know if I should say that. I'll mention it next week. Pay attention is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Pay attention and you might stand a better chance in the quiz.
Wait, what now?
You heard. Don't swear.
What?
I said you heard, don't swear. I'm going to make this bigger right over Sam. There we go. So,
yeah,
Marines,
it's not me.
Where were we? Where did we finish?
We were talking about obviously last week we were talking about the admirals, but we left it at really only the admirals.
Yeah, we didn't touch on anything more.
And a little bit on Garp and a little bit on Sengoku, but like I'd like to sort of
yeah, the main core.
What's the matter?
Really
scared of a little lightning?
Yeah. Like,
I'm not overly fond of what follows.
Even, this could even go to the likes of CP9 and like they're affiliated.
They're affiliated with the world government as opposed to the Navy.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, they're a branch of the government, Cypher Paul.
Yeah.
But you do have obviously other parts of the Marines as well. So you don't just have Marines that are there. You have you have the scientists, Vegapunk, Caesar, other people.
Yeah.
You have other people who are actually affiliated with Marines but are not a physical fighter. So there's like I said, it's a full organisation. You'd expect that there'd be more than one person. I feel sorry for the accountant who has to do all the bounties.
Yeah, no, I do not, because he doesn't have to pay. He just gets paid.
Imagine how much of a headache he goes and Sengoku comes down to him and says, Luffy just defeated this guy. We need to up his bounty, but we can't tell people that.
Well,
he's like, what?
I don't think it works that way, Sammy.
True.
To up his bounty. Oh no! I suppose if you're about with Crocodile, yeah, we need to up his bounty, but we can't tell him why. Well,
I want to see a point where the bounty guy's like, we need to up his bounty. It's like it has to be raised. It's like, all right, fine, Luffy, 100 million and one.
That would be good. That would be a fun one.
Just one belly action.
One berry.
Yeah. Like Chopper.
Yeah.
Hey, Chopper jumped up 50 berries in the
Yeah.
space of 2 years.
He doubled up
in
his
2
bounty.
years.
Yeah. I think Chopper's bounty should go up to 666 next.
It'd be funny if Choppers went to 101, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 101.
Yeah.
What? I've done so much, and I've only got one berry, and then he just turns into a monster and goes on a rampage.
It'd just be funny
50 split on if we're going to finish it.
We've been
from the start. I'm going to say we're not, because
we've already
talking about Marines and we're back
and we've already gone.
One last thing I want to say about bounties though. I'd love to see God Usopp's bounty be higher than everyone else's, just for the pure fact that it just be like.
Just for like 1 week.
Yeah. Like he does something ridiculous and then he gets a bounty up.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Imagine if he had the highest bounty ever.
God
becomes
the
world's most modern.
10 billion.
He's got 10,000 followers. He can lift
Turns
a 2-ton hammer with one hand.
And
he's got the most deadly rubber band in the history of rubber bands.
Wagoom.
Oh god. I could just tell, I could just see that it'd be brilliant
Fantastic.
if Dragon was in the same room and he goes, "So you're the world's most wanted man now, okay? Good luck," and just walks away.
See you later. Unbelievable.
Oh, dear me. Right.
Oh,
Well, okay then. I'll say, going back to the Marines then, I've been wanting to talk about this character for quite some time, and I'm going to go back to Marine Captain Shoot.
What's the matter? Scared of a little lightning?
Not you.
I'm not overly fond of what
Just
follows.
because, like, the fact that this guy is only a captain, and he is a devil fruit user with the power to turn anything into rust, any metal.
Yeah.
Well, not any metal, but more
Anything, because he starts rusted Zoro's arm at one point.
Oh yes, he does.
Yeah.
Correct. 1 point.
I'm gonna say the one thing that gets me is how does he actually eat? He can't use cutlery, can he?
Yeah, because I can't turn those off.
He has to literally just like hope that something is put on a plate in front of him, and then just go bang.
Well, it depends, because if it's only his hands, I don't think. I think if he's holding the fork would rust. He put gloves on, rusty gloves, unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
Get
if he's
the
holding a
rusty spoon.
fork,
It has-
right? I don't think if he touches something with the fork, that would rust.
It has to be made of stainless steel or aluminium.
Or if it's a paramecia type, which it is, isn't it? Right.
It is.
Right. Maybe he has to actively use it.
True.
Ah, that's a good point. Yeah.
And he can choose to rust or not.
Yes.
That would be a good point.
I've not got the
I think
skills
it's
that way in my head.
You
I
know, in
was
the
just
same in the same way, like a Logi, you can choose, like has
Yeah.
to actively use.
Ah! That's a good point. Yeah, Maz just said maybe he eats with his feet.
I mean, I was gonna go with the fact
he
that
just eats soup. And
I was
he
just
always
expecting someone
like
to sit
just
there
Yeah.
going, "Here
like a
comes the
straw in
airplane."
his pocket like this, and he just goes like.
I mean, you could always just eat rust for all we know. There's people who
Yeah.
eat random things like
To be
that.
fair, his face is covered,
Yeah.
so we don't know. Yeah, but you could be right. Maybe he's got like a wapple mouth,
hmm
Wapple gob.
a wapple gob, and he's just like gam. Or whole cake. What's his name? Luffy fights him.
Who,
Is it?
Cracker?
Cracker.
Cracker. Yeah.
Oh no,
No,
you're talking about Katakuri.
Katakuri. That's it.
Be interesting. But yeah, good point. Next week's theory: how does Shu eat?
I think
I'm
we've
going
covered
with the
it.
theory that I think someone's just sat there going, "Here comes the airplane," just feeds him.
Could you imagine it? Yeah, like he sat there, he's like, I don't want to eat my veg, and Sengoku's like, meow.
Ooh, good point. Could he rust Sengoku's gold?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. I think
because
so.
I don't think chemical properties really apply, like or stainless steel, so you can't rust it because he wasn't a person. I don't know about you, but I've never seen somebody left out in a cold, in a rain and wind
And rust. But this guy can do it.
But this guy can do it. So I think yes, he could rust Sengoku's gold.
It's
Actually,
good.
I mean,
Well,
is his
It's the
Is it-
level of hacky involved with it. Like
Yeah.
I think if he tried to do it and Sengoku just went in his head.
hmm
I mean, it would be better if his devil fruit was called like the decay fruit, rather than the rust fruit.
Yeah.
But
But because he rust one of our swords, doesn't he?
Yeah, he rusts.
Just really cool, like Yubarashi is what it's that one in there.
Which one?
one?
Sorry.
Yubarashi, what he got from the guy in
Yubarashi.
Logtown for free as well, cheeky bastard.
I know.
Oh, you must be. I thought you'd be excited the fact that you got something for free.
Yeah, but I want it for free.
Mate, yeah. I mean, if we're going to talk about Marines specifically, like Shu, there's another one that we should really have a little word about is Strawberry.
Yeah,
touched on him a little
he's
bit.
prick, you know him. I
mean,
think
he
I
wasn't
don't. I
even
don't think I dislike any Marine more than him.
This is where Foxy becomes a Marine.
No,
Yeah,
Foxy. I like Foxy.
But yes, he was the pirate that took down Fish Tiger from the
Yeah.
Sun Pirates.
Ah.
And that's why I don't like him, because he's a dodgy bastard.
Yeah,
Plays dirty.
I know. But from what we know, you need to have a certain level of hacky before you could become a vice admiral, if I remember correctly, isn't it?
Yeah, his hacky is bullshit.
Pretty much. But like I said, he did play a big role in the story as well.
Yeah.
And
I've
and
put
he was,
together
like I
a
said,
team.
one of the people that you do
It's
see
me,
in Ennis Lobby.
you, and the big guy.
With the Buster Calls, which is another
Shield
thing.
Fairy just
you've seen
subscribed.
multiple times in the
Many thanks,
story.
Tass
Pretty much his background
GARDIAN.
character for the Marines, but he's just like that one annoying like guy. Just goes, "Hey guys, I'm still here." Just keeps appearing.
Hey guys, I know I haven't been here in a while, so I'm just turning up on a ship in the middle of a Buster Call.
Yeah. Because you need to know I'm still here. Foreshadowing.
I'm just writing on my duck.
But yeah, he also is a swordsman as well. So if we're pitting up anyone against swordsman, Zoro would be the one to take him down.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a swordsman though.
He uses two swords.
He uses his. Oh, sorry, we're talking about Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Yeah, Strawberry.
Sorry, I was still stuck on Shoe. I started
You're
writing
still
while
got
we
your
were
shoe
still
stuck
talking
on.
about Shoe, and my conversation hadn't moved on. Yeah.
All right. No.
Yeah. In my head, I was still stuck on. I still hadn't said my thing, and then I just said, "Oh, hello, Katie. Welcome on in.
Hi,
Thank you for
Katie.
the Prime sub. 8
Are you
months
well?
on a row. She's very well.
Good.
Excellent. Hello, welcome in. Yes, you were saying you want to talk about Shoe again. Sorry.
No.
His conversation hadn't moved on from Shoe. When he didn't realize we were on to Strawberry,
I did. I just forgot.
which is a much nicer thing to eat than Shoe.
It is.
Sorry, that was terrible.
Yeah.
It was.
Strawberry's natural eating. He's fruity.
I know. I mean, the other thing is there's very few giants, though, isn't there, that are Marines?
Mm-hmm.
There's like a giant Marine crew.
John Giant.
John
John,
Giant,
yeah.
and then he's got his Marine crew of giants, and that's pretty much it in terms of giants.
It's I mean, there was a Moy and Kashi at Ennis Lobby that guided them gates, but they were part of Dory and Broggy's crew, and were, for want of a better word, hoodwinked, because I like that word.
I mean, like I said, let's be honest, like, he got completely wrecked by Whitebeard as well.
Yeah, like so easily.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it was. I'm going to try and find out. But there was one that he just kind of like, one of the giants just goes after Whitebeard and he just grabs him by the head and just slams him down.
Yeah.
He's just like, no.
Yeah, it just
I'm captain now.
Yeah.
It's just like.
Yeah, he's like, no, I am captain now.
Like, no, mate.
It's a weird thing actually thinking about like the giant race, because over there, like, we've never really seen the giants properly win, for want of a better word. Like, they always, considering their size and their power, they always seem to be overpowered very quickly.
I mean, I think it's a case of like, if you're looking at that kind of view, it's the same as saying that people who have low gear devil fruits rely too much on the power.
Yeah.
And then Hacky screws them over.
Yeah.
It's
or
one of those,
speed.
Yeah. Like, it's one of those things where you think, right, well, I completely have the advantage over you because I have this automatic brute strength. I don't need to train. I don't need to do anything.
Yeah.
And then they just get slapped.
Yeah, you can't hit me. Like the same way Enel was like, when he fired that fucking lightning at Luffy, and he was like, "Oh, you did really well to dodge that. You must be pretty good." And then he fired it again. He was like, "What?" And then it literally sends electric through his head, and he's like,
"Shocking.
What?" Oh well, he can't hit me anyway. I'm lightning. He can't hit me. Kicks him right in the stomach, right in the fucking gut, and he's like, "Oh, dear me!" Like that.
Am I also right in thinking that there is no known devil fruit user in the giant race?
I think you'd be right in saying that.
Not
As far
yet,
as
any.
what?
Not yet, anyway.
Confirmed.
Not confirmed.
Yeah,
I can't
think of one. Yeah. Sammy's working overtime on Google.
Yeah. Clickety clack.
Actually, there is.
Oh, there is.
There is a One Piece giant.
What up
And he's
there?
linked, and he is also linked to Impel Down.
Oh.
There's a giant that made 5.5.
Okay.
5.
So it's the guy from the I can't remember his name. What's his name? He was the one who dug out 5.5. He was a giant. Who,
Yeah. No.
Oh, that made what? That made Ivankov's
Yes.
area.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's I'm trying to remember his name now. It's just
Giant Okama, isn't he? Yeah.
Yes, but yeah, he's one of the giants.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, I mean, is that a devil fruit he's got though?
Or is it just his? Or did he just dig it out with his hands?
It was it was confirmed. It was a devil fruit. Morley, that was it.
Morley,
that was it.
Morley.
Name rings a bell. Yeah, the only giant Okama.
Ushi no Mi is what he's got as the devil fruit because it was confirmed when
Sanji's worst nightmare.
But yeah, he was confirmed a paramecium devil fruit with all the other revolutionaries that got revealed at that episode.
Right, okay.
But yeah, he basically
good research, Sammy. Good research.
Thank you very much. That's what I'm here for. And it's fired.
I mean, I do fuck all anyway, so bye.
But yes, I was looking up looking for the general giant. It was Ronzi was the one with the helmet that gets crushed by Whitebeard.
Yeah. Crushed very easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there is also giant fisherman as well, which is very interesting to know.
Yeah, well, Foxy had one on his crew.
Mm-hmm.
Prick.
And they were working very swimmingly, shall we say?
No, we shouldn't. We should not.
Bye, guys.
We should not.
Nice knowing you all.
So, back to Marines.
Yeah, back to the Marines.
Will tires keep us on track? One of us has to keep us back if we get too far away.
Yeah. So for those that for the likes of Bear Guy who's just come in, we are talking about the Marines again, but we're talking more about trying to more about the all general Marines,
Marines.
Who's
our vice admirals and lower than that.
Spice. Captain Spice. Captain Morgan, I should say.
I was going to say.
Captain Spice.
Captain Spice.
He's basically named after a rum.
Of course he is.
I was going to say, Momonga, all I see is boomerang tash from him. Just
he's
out.
Good. What's good, Chew? How are you doing? Appreciate you coming by.
Well, come on in. But yes, Momonga,
yeah.
Hi. The one who led the Buster Call in Ennis Lobby. I think that's the most highest achievement he's got.
Yeah, that's it. That's all he's done. Job done.
No, well, no. He also he was the one that got sent to get
Boa Hancock, wasn't
Boa Hancock, yeah.
Yeah.
And stabbed himself in the hand so he could turn into stone.
Yeah.
Ah,
so
yes.
So
wasn't it Strawberry who led the Buster Call?
And no, Strawberry was part of the Buster Call, but he wasn't the one who led it. Was
Momonga was the leader of it.
He's a prick anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if he's getting sent to pick up a Shichibukai, I can't even say what words today. If he's got to have some kind of confidence in skills. Yeah, just today. Normally we're fine.
For one day only.
Grand.
One day only. I
cannot. Oh hell no!
But yeah,
I will make
he also sliced Luffy up as well. I remember that as well when he cut Luffy with his sword when he at the Marineford.
Whooped him out the water. A lot of the vice admirals give him a kick in at the war.
I know. I remember Dalmatian.
Dalmatian, yeah. Dodgy.
Yeah, I'm sure he got beat up by him though, if I remember correctly. He just started transforming and Luffy just kicked him.
No. It was the Cat brothers from Whitebeard's.
Yes,
That's jumped in and stopped him.
that's it was.
What are they called? The Calvin, is it?
Clickety clack.
Can't remember.
Clickety clack. I mean, another one I've always got to bring back because he's not canon, but what a Marine he actually is Jonathan.
He's one of my favourite. I love the fact that that's not a canon thing.
But he's like the best Marine.
He's like so good. It's not canon arc, but it's probably, I think, the best filler arc of any anime out there.
Oh, absolutely! There was so much going on in that. It wasn't boring to watch. Sometimes filler arcs are just done as a sort of the filler. That's what they're there for. Just to we need to catch up.
Just to bridge a gap,
to bridge a gap. So let's just throw in this. But this, at least there was a lot going on that made you go, "Ooh, nice,
Hi,
okay."
Jeff.
Hello, Jeff.
Yeah, it didn't feel like filler, did it?
No.
Like
it felt like it just went to the right part of it.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was just like right amount of information that you got out of it, and it wasn't just kind of like without Bleach one.
Yeah. The cake.
Yeah.
The reason legitimately the reason why I stopped watching Bleach.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's got the most filler. No, it hasn't.
Yeah.
Naruto's got the most filler.
For how many episodes, like in terms of consistency and time, it's got more filler than it needs, shall we say?
Yeah.
Not Bleachers, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bleach is the only one. The thing that annoyed me about Bleach is the fact that it put a filler arc right in the middle of a fucking main fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Marines.
Yeah, back to Jonathan. Just the fact that it was just it was one of those things you think of the Marines and it's you think of One Piece in general and it's all battle, it's all fight.
Mm-hmm.
But then along comes this guy that's like, I don't fight, I don't like to fight, but I can lead the people that can, and I can plan it.
Yeah,
so
that was
it's
so
absolutely
cool. Just the way he just sat in his office playing chess. And
yeah.
they were like, "Oh, and you're gonna go get him?" He's like, "No, he'll come to me when I want him to."
Which he does.
And he nearly actually defeats the Straw Hats alone through strategy.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason he didn't win because he didn't have any knowledge of what happened on Skypiea. That's the only reason he lost.
Yeah. Well, who's going to think? Oh, their ship is now docked on dry land. What can they do? Oh yeah, the ship will fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he makes a joke, doesn't he?
Sexy man, what's good?
Hello, beautiful man.
Oh, it's Olga.
But yes.
Classic Bedgel. Classic.
But yes, if we're talking Marines, we've got to talk about the one who's grown the fastest in the history of the Marines. From going all the way from a Swabby all the way up to, I think it was Vice Admiral, was he? Or
I think he's Captain.
Rear Admiral.
Rear Admiral, yeah, one below Vice Admiral. Yeah.
And it's Luffy's...
17 ranks?
Yeah.
In 2 years?
21.
21 ranks in 2.5 years. Stay classy, San Diego. Wipe thoroughly, though, Bedgel.
Yeah, 17 out of 21 is literally how many ranks they are. 21 in total.
How quickly do you do that? Was it 2 years, do you say?
2.5 years, yeah.
2.5 years to raise 17 places. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Well, now you know if you want to raise the rank in the Marines, all you have to do is just follow Garp.
Yeah, just get friendly with Garp and have his grandson as a friend.
Yeah.
And make sure you really like rice crackers too.
And just make sure that you don't annoy Garp too much, shall we say?
What I love with that, you know when they done the escort mission with Captain Morgan, and Garp turns up with him, and Morgan slices Garp, and Garp just falls over like, "Oh my god, Garp's dead!" And then he just wakes up, and we're like, "Oh my god, where's Admiral Garp? We thought you were dead." He was like, "Why?" We're like, "You got cut." And he's like, "Who got cut?" "Oh, me."
Blood's streaming. He's just like, "Huh?"
"Oh, hey, Severman, welcome on in. How you doing?" We're talking One Piece.
But yeah, like I said, he's one of the most fastest growing Marines out there.
He is the fastest growing Marine.
Like I said, he is the most
Awesome.
out there, and obviously his skills. It's not all just achievements and like kind of like he's just been kind of like boycotted all the way up without any skills. He does have the skill to back it up.
Oh yeah. Like
and
obviously the skills that he has gained are generally the same as CP9.
Well, he demonstrated that at the Water 7 just after the Ennis Lobby arc, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like he turned up and done Sorrow and like sat behind Luffy, but then Luffy just grabbed him and pinned him to the floor, and Garp was like,
"Yeah, you're so weak, so weak."
He was so happy, Garp wasn't he? Like, and he's like, "I want to go in this house."
Yeah.
What's the wall.
Scared of a little lightning?
And then he's like,
I'm not overly fond of what followed.
It's like, you broke it. It's like, I don't care.
I mean, imagine how chaotic it would be on the Garth's crew. He'd just be like, I'm just going to destroy this town. Guys, rebuild that town for us because I just destroyed it. Just because they ran out of rice crackers when I went there.
Yeah, that's the thing though, wouldn't it? It'd be like, I destroyed that town. Like, why? Because they didn't have beer.
Yeah. That I can't turn them ones off, Bear, because they're linked to the Stream Element site. It's not through. The sound will come through regardless on that. Same for like subs and bits and stuff. It'll just come through anyway. I can't turn them off. I'd have to disable all of that in its Stream Elements. I can't be arsed.
Yeah, that takes a lot of effort.
That won't work. There's no.
But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of growth in 2 years, and honestly, with his age, there's a lot more growth coming for him because he hasn't really.
Well, there's not. There's nowhere else to go. There's only a couple more.
Yeah.
Well, generally, like I said, the whole premise is you fight stronger people, and you get stronger. And like
his next step is Vice Admiral, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
and then after that, it's Admiral.
I wonder if he's still like kind of still par training with Garp though. That's
absolutely.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like like Garp's laughing at him and stuff like that, just going, "Yeah, you're so weak, but like we'll make you stronger."
Yeah.
Like like Kobe's gonna come back at some point, I'm sure, and it's just gonna it's gonna be one of those things. Like Luffy's still gonna kick his ass.
Yeah, Luffy's going to be leaps and bounds above Kobe. He's always going to have that gap because they're both progressing at a similar rate. But Luffy already had that massive gap over him to begin with.
Yeah, but what's going to happen, I think, is Kobe's going to come back and it's going to be like he's going to take out he's going to take out Usopp and he's going to take out Nami.
I don't think Kobe will fight any crew members other than Luffy. I think it'd be more likely.
I can see Himeppo fighting Zoro. I can see that.
Yeah, that maybe, but I think it's going to be more likely it'll be Caribou. You know, the swamp gadget from Fisherman Island.
Yes.
I think it's going to be somebody like him, a Logia type, who's going to turn up, or it'll be somebody from Straw Hat's Grand Fleet.
You know, it would be brilliant as if it was Alvida.
Awesome.
Yes,
that would be a nice little scene. Like just Alvida.
They come across Buggy and Alvida, and Alvida's like, "Oh, Kobe, you little shit," and Kobe's like, "Oh, well, at least you're not as ugly as you used to be." Like, and just like that, and Alvida goes, "You cheeky little shit," and goes flying at him, and he's just like,
yes, and then he just got it.
It'd be brilliant if he like mirrors Luffy what he did, where he just takes a whack on the head. And he just sits there with a full swing and force of a mace hammer thing.
Yeah, he won't cheat. Like she slings the club down and he just blocks it with one hand like that.
No, just on his head, just hackies his head. Like Luffy did when he got.
Hey kid, how you doing?
Just full on.
Yeah, and that club breaks over his head.
Like, what's that other anime? The one I was so scared. I put all my points in defense.
Yeah. I didn't want to take any of it, so I put all my points in defense.
And it just goes dong. That's the scene. Yeah, it bounces off him, and then she's like,
and then I can just imagine then he just goes like that, knocks her out with like a hacky finger, just whacks him.
Yeah,
and then Buggy goes, "Oh, Buggy bomb," and then he just goes, pushes it back at him. Or just
it does the Buggy bomb, and he just goes like,
just
catches it like that, and then just goes.
In his hand, and it blows up in his hand.
Yeah,
yes.
Oh, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
I'd love to see it just explode in his hand. You just see the smoke come out of it because that'd just be hilarious, and you could just imagine just Buggy just going, and then just breaking apart.
like a massive flex.
It just deflates like a popped ball.
I feel Kobe needs that flex moment.
Yeah,
because every time we've seen him, like he does cool things, but he just gets whooped.
Yeah,
like he tries to fight Luffy at the Paramount War, he gets whooped. He tries to fight him at Water 7, he gets whooped.
Yeah,
like
I mean, the guy's got guts. You've got to give him that. Like maybe he's scared little.
Yeah,
he's got the cojones. Yeah, he does.
What
he
the
does
hell
have
are you
them.
talking about cojones?
Aye, golden cojones. Should we call them again? We'll bring that back up. But yes,
Kahuna deep in
he won't back down. he might be scared, but he won't back down. Moving on from Kobe, another one we need to talk about was the guy by records who took down Crocodile.
Oh, Kemuri-san, Smokey.
Yeah, we got, the one who spends too much time having the cigarettes that he turned into smoke himself. Yes.
I just got Pixie. That was my last drink.
And we've seen him between both pre and post time skip as well, like a bit before. Like I said, we've seen quite a bit of him fighting. Yeah. And
we know honestly, he's got Haki.
Yeah. I honestly am a little bit underwhelmed by Smoker.
Yeah.
After time skip, like
we've just talked about Kobe and how he needs flex moment. It's like Smoker keeps trying to flex and it's just like no.
Yeah, because he got absolutely trashed when he fought Law at Punk Hazard, and then
Virgo as well.
Fucking Virgo whooped him, and really good thanks Scottish Pixie. We're talking One Piece,
if and more specifically, trying to talk about
more,
Marines.
More specifically Marines, and he when Dorothy turned up then at the end of that arc, he got again.
Whooped. Yeah,
I mean at this rate, even Chopper and him. I think it'll turn up to the point. I'd love to see the point when God Usopp stands opposite Smoker, and Smoker goes, "Yeah, I'm not messing with him."
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like you got in when you first meet Smoker, he's so fucking cool and he just overwhelms everybody. Yeah. And even in Arabasta, like he just nobody in the crew can even touch him. Yeah. And then Cut a Stampede, which is technically canon. Because Oda worked on it with him. Sanji fights Smoker there. Even Brook jumps in on Smoker.
Yeah.
Smoker goes hit him, and Brook's like, "Oh, I wouldn't just jump in and attack people like that, mate."
Yeah.
And then Sanji comes in and starts kicking and breaking his Smoke, and Smoker's like, "Oh, right, Haki, oh yeah."
So you can use Haki as well.
And I think it comes down to how he uses Devil Fruit as well, because I think he's used to fighting people who are a lot weaker and can't.
I think he's over the well, because he was the captain of a marine base in Logtown in East Blue, which is technically the weakest. They say it's the weakest sea, but the strongest people have come from there.
Yeah,
but they don't have the reason that it's classed as the weak sea because they don't get as many people as strong. You get the odd anomaly, which is what you've got, and. So a lot of the people that go there are from the Weak Sea the Weak. He's a Marine captain with a Devil Fruit Logia. So anybody who goes to Logtown who's a pirate, Smokers beat him instantly. And he's so used to, I don't have to try to beat them. I can just go, white out, win. Yeah, way.
And then he meets the one person who's a Logia user, and he then just uses the end of his staff and then just pins him down and just beats him. You know what I mean?
Like Devil Fruit users, Buggy and stuff, he just hits him with the staff and it's like, "Oh yeah, I won."
What are you gonna do?
And but he's never fought people with a level of Haki that he can't deal with. And now in the new world, every man and his dog's got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not.
Just to point out one fact as well, when you talked about all the strongest people came from East Blue, I mean. Buggy was from there, you know how powerful he is. Just how much, he used to be on Roger's crew and everything.
Yeah. God Usopp
came
East
from there.
Blue.
I tell you, he was a very interesting Marine. And, we've got to go with T-Bone Snake himself. The one that Zoro cuts up in Water 7.
Captain T-Bone, the most
Captain T-
underwhelmed person. That won't
Rear
work,
Admiral.
dude, because Mix-It-Up's not open.
Bugger.
Rear Admiral was his rank, and he basically left his ship because the ship was and started running across the water, going, "Oh, I could get back to the Marines and his lobby now and get some help, while the rest of my crew's just sat here safely."
Mm.
And then that wasn't safe. Luffy's crew came. Zoro then came up behind him. And
do you know
to be
what?
honest,
I love that sea train trip. Like everybody was like, it was like, have you seen that meme where it's like every person pre-time skip and Morono Zoro and you know the butterfly? Is this the captain of the Straw Hat crew? Because he was like, I loved it as well when they were like, he's like, oh, there's a cart in front of us, and Luffy goes, Zoro, cut it. And he goes, all right, and he does, and they're like, why didn't you tell us? He went, I told him, like, you heard me tell him to cut it. I'm like, yeah, but I didn't think he was going to cut it. He's like, why didn't I told him to cut it?
just like, well, talking about NS Lobby, I still love the burn it. Just the scene is just burn that flag.
Yeah.
Like, as much as Luffy is pretty much an airhead, I think he does know a lot about the Marines, and
he knows how to press buttons, doesn't he?
Yes,
he knows what button to press.
I think it's more the fact that he knows about the Marines and he knows about codes, because obviously he grew up with Garp technically, and Garp would have fed him that knowledge, and he knew how big that flag was, and he was like, well, there's no returning from this. I'm still going to do it anyway. Because
he's like,
I've made a point.
The only way that I'm going to save my crew member is to make an enemy of the world government anyway. So I might as well do it in the biggest and best way I possibly can. Dude, shoot that flag.
Yep.
I love the fact as well, though, what it was, the way he just went, Roger. Like, not even like, are you sure? That's the fucking world government. That means we're at war with the world. He just went, gotcha.
Exactly.
And not one person on the crew objected.
No.
Nobody, they were all just like that.
Yeah. They exactly knew what was going to happen, and they were all good for it.
Yeah, no, awesome.
Awesome.
But
it was just one, like I said, if you ask someone for the top 10 moments in One Piece, that's going to be in there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right, so
along with someone getting punched in the face from the Celestial Dragon.
I was going to say there's two one-punch moments that are like, Bellamy's got to be in there. So the first
Bellamy I'd put lower, but like the Celestial Dragon, just
Celestial
because of how
Dragon
significant it is.
Celestial Dragons are up there.
That should be a thing. Top 10 One Piece moments. Save that down for later.
I can't do that till the anime is finished.
I mean, top 10 anime moments before Wano.
Yeah, up to
Pre-Wano.
X.
Yeah.
Up to X.
Yeah, I know what one of my favourite is.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many favourites.
Fishman Island.
Sorry, Chris. The commands are off whilst we're.
People just don't read the title of the.
I'll tell you.
Literally
what would be really good as well. Django. Because he's a lieutenant.
To Django.
Yeah.
Like, he was actually a Marine as well. Actually, the same rank as Helmeppo as well.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant.
Belen Meppo.
I mean, to be fair, I prefer him than Django. If we're gonna rate like the different Marines, I'd definitely put Django lower than Helmeppo, because
I don't like Iron Fist full body. He's a tail.
Yeah, nah, I agree with you on that one.
Oh, that's a nice little emote. Not as good as this one though.
Yes.
Oh,
a little chopper.
Yeah.
Well, yes. And you know what? We talked about Smoker, but we didn't talk about his second.
Tashigi.
She's shit though.
Yeah. We didn't need to talk about it.
I mean, this is going back to the point with Smoker where we're saying like really underwhelmed.
But yeah, it's another thing they made such a big comparison when you met her with Zoro, and then Zoro, understandably, kicked her ass.
Yeah.
That time, and she was like, "Oh, just kill me," and he was like, "No."
Shitty.
Shitty. I agree. Shitty. I tell you, it was but going on about it, like you had so much good expectation for her and Smoker of being good rivals against Luffy, and then all of a sudden they were just Like
There's
your
a
expectations
chasm.
here, but they're down
There's
here.
a chasm between them now, isn't there?
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's the going talking about Punk has it when Zorro sat there like, oh, I'm just gonna beat this person now. And she's just
with
sat there
Monet,
fighting.
that was cool as fuck. That where Monet was
Mm.
like fighting just about to beat Tashigi, and then Zero just cut like that and cut, and she was like, "I thought you wouldn't cut a woman." He was like, "Have you ever met a ferocious animal you wish you wouldn't bite?"
Mm.
Oh, what a lie! He just walks slowly up to her, and she's just like, for want of a better word, frozen in place.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing I love most about that is she lost control of her
Shited.
own devil. She
Hey,
lost
Bubble.
control of her own devil
Bubbles.
fruit, and she couldn't control it.
Yeah, she couldn't control herself, like, and like Zorro just cut her, and he was like,
Mhm.
and then
Absolutely.
Tashigi got the finishing blow, I guess.
I mean, she couldn't be stronger than Smoker. We've got to establish that, but
No.
so.
I loved it when Law swapped them, you know. And Smoker's just sat there in Tashigi's body with his top open, proud.
About to, like, smoking a cigar, just like, what are you doing?
Just
Tashigi was garbage.
Who would you say is the most interesting Marine? Non-Admiral, by the way.
Non-Admiral. Most
Out there,
interesting.
who would you say is the most interesting one?
Garp?
I'd say yes, but there is someone else I'm thinking. I mean, Garp, the same reason I'd say he's interesting is the reason I'm thinking someone else is interesting.
Appreciate you, Lizzie. Yeah,
Sol.
if you say non-admiral, it's difficult because if you say admiral, I would like it's. Well, even an admiral, I couldn't pick. Like,
I mean, Kizaru probably for the fun, but Sol, I'd say is probably the most interesting because, like Garp, he's got the D in his name.
Yeah, but he was technically he's dead. So
yeah, but the fact that they allowed him into the Marines with like obviously the whole kind of like these are the enemies of the world and all of that, he was still accepting the Marines and he wasn't just captured.
These the enemy of God, they say, isn't it? Not the enemy of the world.
And not just capturing him and you know like kind of like locking him away with a key just because of the name. They allowed him in the Marines.
Yeah, well, they allowed a lot of Chichibukai.
Yeah.
Why though? Like that's the thing that's interesting.
Better the devil you know, mate.
True.
Like if
the
you've got
Marines
somebody,
probably thinking they can control.
If you've got somebody like that on your side, you're like, oh, bet. You know. It's like,
but it's just like it's just the interesting to me is like how, like I said, because he was letting. That's the thing. I'm like,
yeah, but at a certain point, Garp was let in, and they knew about it.
True.
So Saul's not much different to Garp in that respect. True. Like, if somebody wants to be a Marine, they can't just say no because of your name.
Yeah.
Because that's as much as them saying. That's basically them signing themselves a death warrant and going, yeah, we know something about these people, but we're not going to tell you what. But there's a reason that we can't let them be good guys because it'll cause us to look bad.
True.
So, like, okay, so what is it? We can't tell you. Why? Because if I told you, I'd have to kill you. All of a sudden, you're going to tell an entire population that I can't tell you about this guy or why we don't let him in because then I have to kill everybody who knows about it. That's then all of a sudden making you look like an absolute cheb stain. And
putting it
they
nicely.
don't want that. It's let a couple of people in with D because at the end of the day they don't really know what it is. I think.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you them saying when they say D is the enemy of God, and Sengoku said that was his quote. If they say we don't want to let them in because they're our enemy, that's them going, we are God.
Yeah, true.
And that wouldn't fly.
That is true. I was just like, when I first thought about it, it just seemed like one of those things that is like, hold on a second. And then, like it said, you've got Garp in there. I'm pretty sure there'll be more than just them two, but it's just the it's just one of those things where it's kind of like, because we know a little bit.
It wouldn't surprise me if all of the Gurusai were D.
Oh, that is an interesting.
That's
we should
a nice
talk
one,
about those as well at some point.
We don't know
That
enough.
prick.
Yeah.
Okay, I've had to go back onto Google just to bring up some faces and some names, and I've just come up with this prick as well, Nezumi.
Oh, Nezumi.
Yeah, Weasel guy.
Yeah.
What an absolute
Kamano.
prick.
Yeah.
as far as
He was the
the
one
Marines,
that was bribing out, getting bribes with Arlong.
Yeah.
And it was just
man.
one of the few where it's like you look at a Marine and you just go, I can't wait for your ass to be absolutely.
I was so happy when Nami just smacked him in the mouth with a fucking stick.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'll beg your pardon.
Yeah, I'm gonna slap you in the mouth with my stick.
I'll slap you in the mouth with my stick.
But yeah, he definitely was probably one of the worst out there.
That noise was made.
Yeah, I mean that there's not many of them out there where you look and you go like you are like you may be apart from the Marines, but you are evil. But he was
just an
absolute prick.
Toss rumble one, nearly absolute turd rambler. Punching
one of the fronts,
right in the mouth.
Yeah, I mean that's and moving on to somebody that I quite like the ability of, but I don't know that much about her is Hina.
Oh yeah, the cage lady.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right in thinking that is her cage sea stone?
It's a devil fruit.
It couldn't be, could it?
Yeah, it's steel.
It's just steel.
Yeah,
it's still a cool ability though. Like she can literally make a cage around anybody.
I'm sure she could infuse it with haki though. Like the cage just itself, because it's technically part of her body.
And while it's touching her.
Whilst it's touching her, yeah.
But then you've got people who use haki arrows and fire them.
Yeah, but as soon as the inertia stops to hit something, the haki's gone from it.
True.
It's not like that haki is forever. That arrow is forever haki, and if you touch it, you go, "Oh no, it's haki."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she could use it to trap them, and then give it a second to go. All right, I've used my haki, so we can encase him in this thing. Now put some sea stone cuffs on him while he's there.
Yeah. Like
we don't know how far the extent of her power goes, because she could do.
Yeah, we don't know enough about it. That's a thing. Yeah. There's so much stuff that's unanswered. You can speculate with One Piece.
Tell you who else has got an interesting fruit. Suru?
Oh, the old lady.
Yeah, wash fruit.
Yeah, hangs people out to dry.
Exactly.
Quite literally hangs them out to dry. Is that raccoons?
Yeah. Clean justice and everything for them.
It's Chopper.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like you said, she seems a little bit more knowledgeable, I think, similar to Garp. I think she knows more than she
they're the elders honor of it.
I was going to say, she's been there for a long time.
They're the old brass. She was about in the time of rocks and stuff, so the stuff that she'll know.
I feel like back in my day, we used to fight people like rocks.
Yeah.
It's a good point, actually. Like, considering she's pretty much one of the oldest in the Marines, she must have some knowledge that hasn't been revealed yet.
Yeah, I think she's probably knows more than like I said. She knows more, but she's like one of those that kind of keeps. She's more. I think she's more of a strategist.
Yeah.
She seems more like kind of like a bit like Jonathan in my sense.
Annie. Oh, guys, I need to send you a message or something I've just thought of here. Right, where's it gone? Let me see if I can find our group.
Mm-hmm.
You might know the answer.
Hey, I got a popcorn.
You've got it on screen, by the way.
Have I?
Yes, you do.
Shite. Why is that working that way?
Because you broke it.
Is that better?
It still is.
Oh, yeah, no, that's good. It's captured. No, it's captured the entirety of Discord. I'll tell you later.
Yeah. Tells off stream. But yeah,
she seems good. Good thing there wasn't the answers there, was there?
Yeah. Speaking of which, guys, the quiz.
Yeah.
Just before we forget, guys, we're doing a One Piece quiz. If you haven't heard, if you're interested,
have you heard?
Stay tuned.
Oh, mama. Yeah, so we will be doing one. We haven't set a date for it yet.
Mm-hmm.
We're hoping we want to try and do it on one when it's and it's a long weekend, and see if the Friday before we can all get together and talk about it properly, like we did the other night.
Yes.
And then get it all set up.
Figure it out. But yeah, we're going to have... What did we say? We're going to go for 50 questions, did we say?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Roughly
50,
around there.
50, 60.
50 to 60 questions
Yeah.
with a tie-break question there. And if there's a clear winner, we might just throw the tie-break question out as an extra bonus prize.
Yeah.
Because I kind of want to ask it now. We've got
It's a good question.
Aye.
I couldn't even remember. It's
What's your
fine.
fault?
It's fine. It will literally be. The question will come up. There will be 4 possible answers. We've only one correct answer. Multiple choice with one correct answer. So even if you don't know anything about One Piece, you can still have a go.
Don't argue with us when we tell you the answer.
Yeah.
because we're right.
Because I was going to say, because Tass will shout you down.
Yeah. And if you think you can't think of anything, just put cheese.
Yeah,
Cheese
no.
is all.
Cheese is all right. I'm gonna have to.
Sorry, not
right.
meat.
I definitely need a question where the answer is cheese now.
Yeah. Easy, done, no problem. So so that's the podcast. I think that's a good place to end, actually. What do you think?
That wasn't a bad place. Yeah.
We covered the. There will be prizes available for the quiz, guys. We're not sure what yet, but we will be getting some.
We know one.
Yeah. We know
which I think is cool. After I've seen it, it was just like, yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Go for what did we say? 3 prizes?
I mean,
we'll see what we get because we don't know.
We'll see what we get by the time it's time for the quiz to come around.
Yeah, because like
we'll see.
We don't know what we can get. Like I said, we've got a few prizes. We've got about 1 prize so far. We might have a few other little things, or we might have like 2nd place, 3rd place. We'll figure it out. That's how the quiz isn't here yet.
Yeah.
So
we're still in planning stages, but we will let you guys know once we know.
Get something official. So let's go. No, I'm not going to mix it up on until I've ended the podcast, because otherwise people are just going to absolutely spam it for the last 5 minutes and ruin it. So no. Let's go. Oh, where did we raid, guys? Let's have a pick.
Let's have a little look.
Who have we got?
We have Beastman.
Yeah, I did Beastman last week after this, didn't I?
Yeah.
Mantis is on.
Is Michael Mantis on?
Yes.
Michael Mantis
right, there
is
we
on.
go, easy. Yeah, Mantis we go. Mantis is an easy choice. Toko. Toko. Good. I like Toko.
I haven't followed Toko, so I didn't know he was on.
Yeah, awesome.
But thank you, Kate.
Oh, that doesn't work because you haven't got it on yet.
Yeah, I agree, Jeff. We should do one where the chat asks us questions about One Piece. Okay.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
First to 10.
We'll have to see how many people we've got in. Right. But yeah, anyway, let's get the raid.
No, you have to give me Google.
Right. So let's get the raid going. Is he definitely live?
I don't know. Katie was the one that brought it up, so I don't actually know if he is live or not.
I'm going to go with.
Oh, he
7.
is.
He is. Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Right, awesome. So yeah, guys.
Aww, that's mean.
Thank you for coming in, guys. We appreciate it very much. We will be back with podcast next week. I think we've pretty much covered the Marine, haven't we?
Yeah, I think we can move on from there.
Yeah,
a little bit.
So we'll touch base with something else next week. Thank you all for joining, guys. This has been podcast, and we will see you all
next time.
Yeah, see you soon. Drive safe, have a happy Thanksgiving, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Or them too.
That's very little.
For that matter. Thanks a lot, guys. See you later.
All right. Bye.